Alright guys, so in today's video we are going to start in a comfortable seated position, and just FYI, we will be using a couple of props. So here I have my yoga strap, which is just a non-stretchy band that helps you get a little deeper into some of the poses that we will be doing. And then I also have my yoga blocks, and if you don't have yoga blocks, you can use books or anything like that. You just want to make sure that they are the same level, and I guess, well, yeah, that's really the only thing. You want to make sure that they're the same level. So, and without further ado, let's get started. So, like I said, we'll be starting in a comfortable seated position, and we're going to start with some alternate nostril breathing. So the way you do that is you're going to take your right or left hand, and you're going to place down your ring, middle, and pointer finger, leaving your thumb and pinky like this. And we're going to take our thumb and start on our right side. So we're going to place our thumb on our right nostril. We're going to inhale, and before exhaling, you're going to switch and exhale through the left, through the right. We're going to inhale through the right, and before exhaling, you want to switch and exhale through the left. Inhaling, switch, exhale. Inhale, switch, exhale. And we're just going to do this for a couple more breaths. Good, and once you're ready, maybe do a few more alternate nostril breaths. And then we're just going to meet here at a neutral breath, breathing in and out through your nose. On your inhale, you want to fill your belly swell with air. And on your exhale, feeling it deflate. You want to be mindful that you are not breathing in your throat and chest, but from your abdomen. Okay, so taking a few deep breaths here. We're going to inhale, those arms up, palms together, interlacing those fingers, stretching up towards the sky. And exhale, breaking free. One more time, inhaling up, interlacing, stretching out those arms. Exhaling down. All right, and from here, we're going to take our yoga strap, and you could do like maybe a bandana or a scarf, just something that allows for you to get into your stretches a little deeper. All right, and then we're going to extend our right leg out in front of us. We're going to keep that left foot in a parallel to our inner right thigh. Okay, so making sort of a figure four with your legs. I'm going to take our strap and place it around the ball of our foot here. We're going to sit up straight, being mindful of our posture, being mindful of your spine. You want to imagine a golden thread elongating from the crown of your head down to the base of your spine. All right, when you're ready, we're just going to inhale. And on our exhale, slowly hinging at the hips, maintaining the integrity in your chest, slowly leaning into that. If it's a little too much for you, you can put a slight bend in your knee. So remember to listen to your body. And once you get to a place where you feel like you can no longer lean forward, you want to just hold it there. You do want to push yourself, but again, just make sure that you are listening to your body. And remembering to breathe. Release that. I'm going to alternate, so you want to stretch out that left leg this time, bending that right, placing that foot in alignment with your thigh. Ooh, excuse me. You're going to take your strap here and place it around the ball of your foot, and again, first making that connection with your alignment. And when you're ready, you're going to inhale, and on your exhale, slowly leaning forward, hinging at your hips. All right, so what I mean by that is just making sure that you aren't coming into it like this. You want to keep those shoulders relaxed, keep your neck fluid, and hinge at the hips. Remembering you can put a slight bend in that knee if that feels more comfortable for you. Always listening to your body. Breathe. We're going to hold this for a few breaths. And I forgot to do this on the other side, but we're going to go ahead and do it on this side. So we're going to come back up to a center point, and you want to place your the strap that's in your left hand, place it over to your right hand. We're going to place our hand onto our mat. We're going to do a light twist to our left. Now I was supposed to do that on the other side, but we're going to go back and do it. So no worries. Good. Coming back to center. And we're just going to switch off those legs. And this time taking both straps into your left hand, placing that right hand down onto your mat and lightly twisting to the right. And you can flex your toe, point your toe. All right, I'm going to release that. And we can put our strap to the side. And now we're just going to do a simple straddle stretch here. So we'll go to our right first. And you can stretch here however feels comfortable. You can keep your torso squared with your leg, or you can turn in. I prefer to turn in because I do have a belly, so this feels more comfortable for me. to the middle. And here, if you'd like, you can use your block as a sort of midpoint to help you maintain that integrity, not shrugging those shoulders, keeping your spine and torso in alignment and not hunching over. You can even bring your block towards you to the center to kind of give you something to fall on. And one thing I love about blocks is that you can use them in different variances. So you can bring it up to this height to bring the floor closer to you. That allows you to kind of sit in the pose a little more comfortably. Just listening to your body, finding what works for you. Good. Switch over to the other side. And if your hand is only at your thigh or your shin, it doesn't matter. You do want to give yourself a little push, but what matters here most is that you're listening to your body, okay? If your hand reaches all the way to your toes, that's great too. But just make sure that you are still maintaining that integrity and that you aren't shrugging your shoulders and things like that. A few more breaths here. Good. All right, now we're going to come to the top of our mat. And we're going to come on our hands and knees and do a few cat-cows. So just making sure that your knees are in alignment with your thighs. Or your knees are in alignment with your hips, sorry. And your wrists are in alignment with your elbows. All right, and on your inhale, we're just gonna drop into our cow. And then the exhale, arch, coming to your cat. We're just gonna do this a few times at your own pace, moving to your own breath. And we're going to meet back here in a neutral spine. All right. We're just going to curl our toes and push back into our first down dog. Curl those toes and send those hips up and back. Maybe keeping those knees bent. Walking your dog a little bit. The first one is always the roughest. So. All right, we're going to slowly walk your feet up to meet your hands and come into a yogi squat here. Just remembering to breathe. And inhale, placing those hands on our mats. Slowly coming up into a wide leg forward fold. And you can use your blocks here to bring the ground closer to you. If you need to keep a slight bend in your knees here, that's totally fine. You can also walk your legs out here as well, but be mindful not to lock your knees out. We're going to place our hands on our hips, slowly coming all the way up here. Bring those hands all the way up. Inhaling, exhaling, back down. We'll just take a few deep breaths here, checking in with our bodies. Jump right back into it. We're gonna inhale those arms up. Bringing those feet a little closer together. And on the exhale, dropping down into yogi squat. All right, and then from here, we're gonna push back into our down dog. I'm gonna place your hands on your mat and walk your right foot or your left foot out first, coming into your down dog. And then we're gonna inhale and we're gonna bring this right foot forward. And you might have to scoot it. We're gonna come into a full lunge here. I'm gonna drop that back knee for a second and just focus on your alignment. So in your lunge position, your ankle should be up under your knee. And your chest, you want your chest to be open, okay? So you don't want to be slouched over. You want to have that openness in your chest and your torso, but you don't want to send your knee past your toes, okay? So I'll move this so you all can see. So you want to keep that openness, but making sure that your knee is still in alignment with your ankle, okay? So once you find that stability here in your core and your foundation, you can either leave that knee on the floor or you can lift it up, coming into a full lunge. I'm gonna leave mine on the floor. And whichever you choose, once you are situated in your position, we're just going to take our right hand and place it on the inside here and open up. We're gonna open up to our left or the inside, whichever side you chose to go to first. All right. We're just gonna open up to the side here, coming into an extended side angle. And you can also place a block here that may be a little more comfortable for you. If extending the hand up to all the way up is too much, you can place your hand on your hip or drop it behind your back. You can take a few deep breaths here. Good. And inhale. Coming back, meeting here wherever you are, whether you're in that full-on lunge. All right, we're gonna lift that back leg up and send that right leg back into a down dog. And we're just gonna do the same thing with the other side. So bringing that foot up here and dropping that back leg or that back knee. Finding your balance or your foundation. Good. And when you're ready, rotate inward, placing that hand down, either on a block or on the mat. I'm gonna open up, coming into your extended side angle or your modified extended side angle if you have your knee down like I do. And take a few deep breaths here. I'm gonna come back here. Back to center. Lifting that back leg up. Coming back to a down dog. Walk those feet up to meet your hands. Coming into a yogi squat. Inhale, placing those hands on the mat. Exhale, coming into an extended wide or a wide leg forward fold, not extended. And bring those hands to our hips. Slowly coming up. Inhaling those arms up and overhead. And exhaling, hands heart center. Good. All right, so here we're just gonna do a one standing pose. So we're gonna do tree pose. So to get into tree pose, we're gonna start with first, we're gonna plant our left foot securely on our mat. So you wanna spread all of your toes and intentfully plant your left foot onto your mat. And then when you feel steady, you want to shift your weight to the left, and you can either place your right foot at your ankle, on your shin, or you can bring it all the way up to your thigh, whatever feels most comfortable. All right, and once you find your tree, you can bring your hands into prayer pose. You can bring your arms up, straight up, beside your ears, or you can extend your branches into a full tree. Whatever feels more comfortable for you. Remembering to breathe. A nice trick for tree pose is if you squeeze, like if you push your knee back and squeeze your foot into your thigh, it kind of gives you a little more stability. You want to inhale, and then the exhale, you want to release, shaking out that left foot. All right, we're going to do the same to the right side, because in yoga, what you do to one side, you have to do to the other. So I'm going to firmly plant all 5 toes onto your mat. And once you have that foundation, you're going to shift your weight to the right and either place your left foot on your ankle, your shin, or your thigh. Once you find your tree, bring your hands into whatever position feels most comfortable for you. Remembering you can push that knee out to give yourself a little more stability. Inhale, exhale, release. Good. Shake it out here. All right, now we're gonna come onto our mat, and we're going to place our toes onto our mat like so. And we're just gonna sit back onto our heels here, coming into hero's pose. If that is too much or too intense for you, you can bend your toes in like so and sit on your toes like that, okay? Whatever is most comfortable. We're just gonna take a few deep breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to sit up and we're going to come into camel pose. You want to Bring your knees out so that they are in alignment with your hips. And when you're ready, we're just going to place our hands onto our, heels. You can bend your toes to make access to your feet a little easier. You're just gonna put both of your hands on your heels. And you wanna open up your chest, coming into your camel pose. If you feel comfortable, you can release the neck and the head. Just remembering to breathe here. Inhale, slowly coming back up. Bringing those hands to our hips. And we're going to come onto our hands and knees. And we're going to wag our tails a little bit. So we're going to sway our butt to either side and look. And that's just going to relieve some tension. Drop back into a child's pose here. Whatever pose you feel like you need to do that will help you settle into your Savasana a little easier, go ahead and do that. And if you feel satisfied, we're going to go ahead and come onto our backs and prepare for our Savasana. And one of those poses that you may like to do before settling down is maybe releasing a little tension in your lower back. Moving your knees back and forth here. Alright, when you're ready, we're all just going to meet in Shavasana. Because I am pregnant, I will be taking my Savasana on my side instead of my back. Allowing yourself to fully integrate your practice. Allowing yourself to release all that no longer serves you. Remembering to breathe with every inhale. Taking in all of the good and the reassurance that you need. And on the exhale, letting go of any doubt or frustration or judgment. Allowing yourself to release those things so that you can make room for more love and more abundance.
We're going to slowly bring our awareness back to our bodies, maybe wiggling the toes, wiggling the fingers. And only when you're ready, you're going to shift your weight to one side. It doesn't matter which side. Come into a fetal position on the side of your body. Resting your head on your hands like a pillow. And only when you're ready, you're going to inhale and use your arms to press you back up to a seated position. Take a deep breath here, inhaling, arms all the way up. Palms together at the top, exhaling down heart center. Again, inhaling and exhaling. One more time. Inhale, exhale. Thank you so much. Namaste.